Hi moms and dads, welcome to today's conversation, and we are talking about sleepovers. If your child was to ask you, Mom, Dad, can I go for a sleepover? What is your answer normally? Yes? No? Today we are joined by a counselor who's going to empower us on when it comes to sleepovers, the risks, the benefits, and how to mitigate any of this. And I'm joined by Sylvia, Counselor Sylvia from Stawi, who's going to empower us on matters sleepover.
Yeah.
I know you're a parent like me.
Yes, I am.
Saying the truth, what is normally your answer when your child, your kids ask you, Mom, can I go for a sleepover? Yes or no?
It's normally no.
No.
Most times it's
Is it?
no. Yes. Because the first thing that comes to my mind is, where are you going to? Who are those people? Because my daughter is 10, so she has friends at school, and she wants, can I go to so-and-so's house? I don't know the parents, so it's a no.
Okay, so let's go to the beginning.
Yes.
Ask me the question.
Can I go for a sleepover?
If you're my daughter?
Mom, can I go for a sleepover?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Meaning, I will tell you yes, then I'm conflicted, then no, then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, will be the only child who's going to miss out. So let me just say yes, even if I want to say no.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of parents feel the same.
Yes.
But the purpose of our conversation today is then to demystify or to just break it down of the benefits of allowing your child
Yes.
to go for a sleepover.
Yeah.
And why then it's also important for you to think about saying no to that sleepover. So
hear
let's
you.
start being objective. What
Yes.
would be the benefits of a sleepover to a child?
Actually, as a parent, even when my daughter asks me for a sleepover, my answer is no, but I've never looked at it as, what is the benefit? What is the goal of the sleepover? Yeah. So for the child, it's good for them to go for a sleepover, because then they get to learn how other families do things.
There you go.
Yeah. Then they get to appreciate. Sometimes we think somebody else's mom is better than my mom. Yeah. Until you go and see, actually, I can appreciate where I come from.
Right.
Or maybe there's a skill, there are values that they can learn from that home. And you're also empowering them to get out of the nest.
I like that. To
You
teach
know,
them independence as
to
well.
keep them independent, go and learn how the values we've even instilled in you.
Right.
So go and practice them, and not under my supervision. Yeah. So, and also for the parent, as moms, we need self-care. Yeah. What is your reason for taking your children to your moms?
So I can get some time to myself, which is important.
Which is very important.
Very important.
Yeah. So there are benefits both for the child
and for the parent.
And the parent.
And I think also for a mom or a dad, is for you to also learn to let go.
Yes.
We can be so attached to our children.
Yes.
They're always there with
Yes.
us. We want to see everything that they're doing.
Yes.
I mean,
And
let
that's
them
not
go
how
sometimes.
the world.
No.
The world doesn't work like that.
I always joke that I raise my children to be independent of me.
Yeah.
And that is why I said yes, because I want them to learn to be independent.
It's true.
But then I know that even from a counselor's perspective,
Yes.
there are dangers
Of course.
when it comes to sleepovers.
Yes, they are.
Which are they?
Well, sleepovers first. The first thing when your child asks you for a sleepover, I think you need to ask yourself, what is the motive? Where are they going? Do I know that family? You may know them, but what are their values? Do they ascribe to our values? Yeah. So let's say we don't take alcohol in our home, and you know that family, they take alcohol. Are you willing for your child to go and see that culture in that home? Or even if they go, they will not subscribe to that. So the dangers are, they can be introduced to pornography, they can be sexually abused. And let me tell parents that we used to think sexual abuse is just different genders. But I tell my daughter, even when she's going to her girlfriends.
Wow.
Yes, because these days we have lesbianism, right? So you have to be aware that these things can happen. So
In
pornography,
sleepover.
yes, that's where they're introduced into pornography. They are introduced into alcoholism, drugs. They can be sexually abused.
Just go back to the first point of pornography. Because
Yes.
literally in every home,
Yeah,
most people have Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi and gadgets.
And then you have these children, these 10, 14-year-olds
Yes.
who have gadgets.
Yes,
And they have Wi-Fi.
and who is supervising?
There was an article, which reminds me, there was an article in one of the papers.
Yeah.
a parent did a full editorial of why they would never, their 3 children have never ever gone for a sleepover. And of course, different people wrote in to say, oh my gosh, how can you not expose your children to the world? They need the things we are saying, the benefits.
Yes.
But a lot of people wrote in to say, my first sexual experience, that
Was
sleepover.
there. Exactly.
I wish my parent would have said no.
Yes.
Or we went for that sleepover and then this and this happened. An older person in the house did A, B, C, D, E. But I couldn't speak up.
Exactly. So those are the dangers, because we hear, I was even thinking about if my daughter is 10 or my son is 6, where he's going for a sleepover, are there older girls? You know, they can, he's handsome.
Yes.
They can
We can experiment with the boy.
Or my
God
girl
forbid.
is 10 and maybe they are teens of the opposite. We are all human. So we need to think through the details. Sleepovers are amazing, but also empowering your children. That if you go and your friend is watching pornography, is it right for you? What can you do? Because yes, maybe it's the culture of that home. Maybe they are allowed, or maybe the parents are not aware.
Most likely
because
they're
you're not
aware.
supervising all the time.
And you can't be omnipresent, but then.
Exactly. But what do you do just in case somebody touches you? You know, because dangers are everywhere. But also sleepovers are amazing. And also, Christine, you in your home, there's a way you deal with conflict, right? And you assume the whole world deals with it like that. What if the home they are going to fight domestic violence? So it's not, forget the children are amazing, but the parents have a domain and they start fighting or they start shouting and they start, you know, what happens to your child?
Of course it's going to affect their psyche
So
in one way or another.
So let's not get overexcited about sleepovers. That's why I'm very hesitant. I look for people who same values, you know, and your children can also come. First, I would want to know who you are, Christine.
That's true.
Let's
as
hang
a parent,
out.
As a parent.
Let's hang out together. Let me see even how you handle your children in front of me, you know. I'm not going to be like with a checklist, but I'm watching. So that the day I'm bringing my child, when she does something wrong, you can rebuke her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how about we talk about how then can we equip our kids when we have to send them over for a sleepover, when you get to that point that we feel it's okay, maybe with this family, what are the pointers that you can share with your child as you hand them over to the other family?
Okay. That's a very good question and good thoughts, because I'm a parent, as I said. I keep referring to my children. My children have 2 different personalities. My daughter is very outgoing. My son is reserved. But now when it would be a sleepover even to our grandparents and all, I would plan with my mom, and I don't even loop in the children into the plan of the sleepover. So we've agreed it's going to be for 3 days with whoever the adult.
Right.
So my children, I pack their clothes and tell them you're going for a sleepover. I have not prepared them psychologically.
No.
So my daughter is fine, Hashiza, but my son is miserable.
Like, oh my God.
So how could you? Then it's good for parents to know, why is my child hesitant to go for a sleepover at that house? Because there are times when there's an excitement. But read the cues when your child says,
I know they say
I
no.
don't want.
No.
Why are you forcing them? You know, also it's important to tell your child, like, I would prepare my daughter and say, you're going to so-and-so's and they are girls. And it is good. But these days, the world has changed. So nobody should touch you. Nobody should shower you. Nobody should look at you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable. And if they do, call me. I will come for you. You know, don't be shy. So don't keep the secret. If you're not comfortable, call me. I will come for you.
And I think that's the leeway we need. I totally agree with you. That's the leeway we need to give our children. That no matter what time of night or day, call me. I will come for you.
And please do go for them. You know, because sometimes say, you're being too mad. You're too clingy.
Too fussy.
Go and address that. Let's go for them. Then let's address it. Maybe they'll even say, maybe I want to stay up to 11 o'clock.
Right.
And then you can come and pick me. I don't have to sleep. Maybe I'm bedwetting. And I don't want my friends
to know that.
But si rafiki zako wanajua unakojoa. But that is their esteem. So let's protect our children.
I love that, Sylvia. As we're winding up this conversation, I don't know what your pointer on this will be, because one of the things I saw, that rather than allowing your children to go for a sleepover, how about we introduce late nights
Okay.
In the case that, the way you are saying,
Yes.
me and you,
Yeah.
parents of these beautiful children,
Yes.
we get to hang out in that setting
Uh-huh.
as we wait for our children to play,
Yes. Yes.
and then leave at a particular time in the night. Let them have their fun, and then we go home.
Yeah, I agree with you, Christine. But you know, sometimes where parents we go wrong, when you and I meet and our children are together, we forget to supervise what
Oh,
they
the
are doing.
stories.
The stories we forget. But also sleepovers are good because they are skills. They
Yeah.
might see how their friends make their beds.
Yeah.
You know, the way they don't, how they arrange, how they cook, how they prepare breakfast. So
Right.
yes, the long nights are very good, especially initially.
Yeah.
When we are getting to know each other, then we warm up slowly into a sleepover, which we can say maybe it's for a day
Yeah.
or for 2 days. Yeah, I think so.
From our conversation, what I'm getting is number one, thinking about the other family, getting to know them if we
Yes.
have shared values.
Yes.
That's very important, right? And then number two, whether you are a yes or no parent, that then we
Yes.
need to equip our children
Yeah.
with the skills to be independent away from us.
Yes.
And then number three, allowing them to call us anytime
Anytime.
during that sleepover, that they can come back home
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yes.
I don't know if you have any other pointers as we conclude.
I think also it's very good for parents for self-care. Let's remember self-care for ourselves. Let them go to somebody you trust. It's important. You get refreshed and they also get to learn new experiences. But hand them over to, don't expose your children. Yeah? Just hand them over to a safe space.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
Your final answer. So yes or no to sleepovers? What's your answer now? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Or is it still 50-50 like me?
My final answer is I would love you to go for a sleepover, but allow me to know the family first.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us on this conversation.
Yeah.
And for our parents who are watching, if you're ever conflicted, on sleepovers, I hope these pointers are going to come in handy. My name is Christine, and thank you so much, Sylvia, for joining us on this conversation.
Yeah.
And we thank Pridina Zoo for hosting us. Beautiful place. In case you're thinking of a family lunch or a staycation, please make sure you check out Pridina Zoo. We'll see you in our next conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in.